Here's what they don't tell you about living in Ottawa Hills, Ohio. Are you thinking about moving to this charming little village just outside of Toledo? Well, hold up, because while Ottawa Hills might look like the perfect place to live, it's not for everyone. Sure, it's beautiful with top rated schools, tree lined streets, gorgeous homes, but beneath that picture perfect image are a few realities most people don't talk about. Hey everyone, it's Garrett Luhring here with Danberry Realtors and the Luxion home team, your host of Moving to Toledo. I help people discover what it's like to really live here in Northwest Ohio, the good, the bad, and everything in between. Today, I'm breaking down 5 eye-opening reasons why you might not want to move to Ottawa Hills. But again, these are all opinions, so some of these things may not matter to you. But if they do, stick around to the end because reason number 5 might surprise you. Let's dive in. Reason number 1 is it's expensive. For our area, really expensive. Let's start with the obvious. Ottawa Hills is not cheap. The median home value here is over $300,000, roughly double Toledo's, which averages about $135,000. But many homes easily top a $500,000 or more, and rentals are almost non-existent. Around 90% of residents are homeowners, which means starter homes and affordable options are really hard to come by. The reason prices are so high? Well, Ottawa Hills is tiny, just a little over 1 square mile, and it's one of the most desirable areas in the region. The homes are primarily single family properties on large landscaped lots that are historic or custom built. But owning one of these beautiful homes comes with ongoing cost. Many are older properties that need constant upkeep, new roofs, updated heating systems, exterior maintenance, and all of that adds up fast, especially with bigger homes. The median household income here is about $177,000, more than double the US average. So, if you're not financially ready to match that lifestyle, you might feel stretched thin a bit. If affordability is your top priority, you'll find better value in nearby areas like Sylvania, Perrysburg, or Monclova, where your dollar goes farther, but you still get great schools and local amenities. Ottawa Hills rewards those who can afford the price of entry, but it's not friendly to bargain hunters or first time buyers on a tight budget. Reason number 2 that people may not like Ottawa Hills are the property taxes are among the highest in Ohio. Even if you can afford the home, be ready, the property taxes come at a price. Ottawa Hills residents pay some of the highest taxes in the state. The median annual bill is roughly $8,500 per year, roughly 3 times the national average. The effective rate sits around 3.4% of your home's value, so a $300,000 house could mean paying over $8,000 a year in taxes. Why so high? Well, the answer is likely the schools. Ottawa Hills local schools consistently rank among the best in Ohio, and that excellence is funded almost entirely through local property taxes. It is great if you have kids in the district. You're investing in their education. But if you don't, the tax bill can be a tough pill to swallow. Because Ottawa Hills doesn't have a big commercial or industrial tax base, homeowners foot nearly all the costs for schools, services, and village maintenance. To be fair, you see where that money goes, though. The streets are spotless, parks are pristine, and the police and fire departments respond within minutes and have an eagle eye view of everything going on. But you pay dearly for the level of care. If you're weighing budget priorities, this can be a deciding factor. Many people live just outside the village limits in Toledo or Sylvania Township to get a lower tax rate, lower property values, and still have some of the same local amenities as you would have in Ottawa Hills when you drive right outside. Reason number 3 are some of the strict rules and ordinances. Ottawa Hills looks the way it does for a reason. The rules here are strict. The village enforces detailed zoning and property codes designed to preserve its upscale appearance. And while that keeps the area beautiful, it also limits your freedom as a homeowner. For example, privacy fences are banned. Any fence must be at least 50% open for light and air, so you're limited to picket or decorative fencing. No solid wood panels, no chain link, no tall barriers for privacy. And that's just one example. You'll find regulations on where you can place sheds, how you landscape, and even what materials you might be able to use on additions. Most changes to your property require a permit or review by the village office and approval. The local police department is also extremely attentive. Speed limits are low and enforcement is serious. Many visitors learn that the hard way. Tickets in Ottawa Hills are practically a rite of passage. And if you don't live in the area, you'll find out one way or another. For the residents, this creates a sense of order and safety. But for those used to looser regulations, it can feel controlling, almost like living in a community wide HOA, even though there really isn't one. If you appreciate structure and a flawless neighborhood appearance, you will love this area though. But if you value flexibility and independence, Ottawa Hills can feel restrictive. Moving on to reason number four, limited diversity and an exclusive feel. Let's talk about community makeup. Ottawa Hills is a small, affluent, and largely homogeneous village. Of its roughly 4,500 residents, around 82% are white, 8% are Asian, and 3% are African American. Most households are upper income, and almost all live in single family homes. There are virtually no apartments or affordable housing options. This gives Ottawa Hills a particular atmosphere. Some describe it as a country club like feel. It's certainly tight knit, proud, and traditional. Many families have lived here for generations, which can make it harder for newcomers to break into long standing social circles. Culturally, the area leans conservative and family focused. Residents are generally friendly, but the community can feel a bit insular to outsiders used to more diversity or urban energy. If you value multicultural exposure, different viewpoints, and variety, Ottawa Hills may feel a little too uniform for you. If you'd prefer a broader mix, nearby cities like Toledo, Maumee, or Sylvania offer a more diverse and open social environment while keeping close proximity to Ottawa Hills schools and amenities. Now, this isn't to say Ottawa Hills is unwelcoming, far from it. That is not the case at all. But it is a particular type of community, and it's worth asking whether that environment aligns with what you want, because if you're going to be living here, the way you feel matters. Now, moving on to reason number five, it's peaceful, but maybe for some people, it's too peaceful. Ottawa Hills is quiet, extremely quiet. If you're looking for nightlife, restaurants, or entertainment, you're not going to find much within the village itself, and it's designed that way. Ottawa Hills is almost entirely residential. No main street, no downtown area, and very few local businesses. The Ottawa Hills Shopping Center at the edge of town has a few spots, maybe a bistro or salon, but that's about it. It's small. For most errands, you'll drive into Toledo or the nearby suburbs to get that done. The good news, those places are close. Downtown Toledo, the Franklin Park Mall, and dozens of restaurants are all within a 10 to 15-minute drive. But within the village, it's calm, sometimes too calm. By 9 or 2 p.m., everything is quiet. No bars, no late night hangouts, no coffee shops within walking distance. For families, retirees, or anyone craving serenity, it could be perfect. For younger adults or people who love a lively social scene, it might feel a little dull. Even teens sometimes say there's nothing to do in Ottawa Hills itself. They have to go outside of the area. And if you don't have a car yet, that can be tough. So, really, it depends on your lifestyle. If you love peaceful evenings and knowing your neighbors and having that relationship, you will thrive here. If you want walkable dining and entertainment, you'll probably spend most of your free time driving into the city, anyways. So, is Ottawa Hills right for you? Here's a quick recap of the main cautions I've brought up. High cost of living, homes can be expensive, and the upkeep isn't cheap when they're old. Higher property taxes, among the highest in the state, driven by great schools, though, and the limited commercial base. There's also strict regulations. The rules keep things beautiful, but limit that personal freedom, along with relatively limited diversity in the area. It is small, affluent, and homogenous throughout the community for the most part. And to top it all off, the quiet lifestyle. Great for some, not so much for others. Peaceful and family friendly, but with limited nightlife and walkability. Now, with all that said, Ottawa Hills has incredible strengths. It's one of the safest, cleanest, and most desirable areas here in Northwest Ohio. The schools are the best public schools in our area year after year, and the pride of ownership is obvious everywhere you look. It feels nice to walk through here. It feels comfortable. It feels like it's been well taken care of. It's a place where people settle in for the long haul. They raise families and they value community. But again, it's not for everyone, and that's okay. If you want a slower, safer, more traditional environment, check out Ottawa Hills. If you prefer affordability, energy, and flexibility, you might be happier in the nearby communities that still give you access to everything Ottawa Hills has access to. The key is knowing yourself and what's important to you and what kind of lifestyle you want. And if you're still unsure, that's where I can help. I've helped dozens of families explore the Toledo area and find their perfect fit from all over the country, even outside of the country. So whether that's Ottawa Hills, Perrysburg, Sylvania, Maumee, or somewhere in between, I'm here to give you real knowledge, real insight, and help you make the decision on where the right place might be for you. So if you're thinking about relocating Northwest Ohio, please reach out to me directly. I'd love to walk you through the options and help you make an informed move. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my other videos for more insights on living in and around Toledo. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.